Part 1. Trump's surprising move and the shaken allies. Hey, have you been following the news? President Trump has recently shown a strong interest in Greenland, even suggesting that the United States should buy it from Denmark. He even went as far as mentioning potential military action and joked about making Canada the 51st state of the United States. Denmark has been a loyal ally since World War II, and Canada is one of our closest Five Eyes partners. So naturally, our traditional allies in NATO are quite shocked. But this isn't just a sudden whim. It's a long-standing dream of the United States. Our European friends take this very seriously, because they know the deep history behind it. Part 2. The history of the United States and territory purchases. To us, buying land from another country might feel a bit strange, but for the United States, it's a very familiar story. Back in 1803, President Thomas Jefferson made the Louisiana Purchase from Napoleon for just $15 million. The United States acquired a massive territory that now includes 15 states. This deal doubled the size of the United States and secured the Mississippi River, which became the foundation for the United States to grow into a global superpower. Part 3. From Florida to the Pacific Ocean. After that success, the United States kept looking for more opportunities. In 1819, the United States acquired Florida from Spain by canceling a debt. Then, in 1848, after a major deal with Mexico for $15 million, the United States finally reached the Pacific coast, gaining lands like California and Arizona. Because of these expansions, President James K. Polk is remembered as the leader who grew the territory of the United States the most in history. Part 4. Alaska, the Philippines, and the Virgin Islands. The expansion didn't stop at the coast. In 1867, the United States bought Alaska from Russia for $7.2 million. Then, moving overseas in 1898, the United States purchased the Philippines from Spain for $20 million. In 1917, the United States even bought the Virgin Islands from Denmark for $25 million. Through all these deals, the borders of the United States were essentially finalized. But through it all, there was one place. The United States never stopped eyeing Greenland. Part 5. The concept of manifest destiny. To understand this persistence, you have to know about manifest destiny. This was the belief that the United States was destined by a higher power to govern the entire North American continent and bring its values to the land. A key figure here was William Seward, the Secretary of State who bought Alaska. He strongly believed that if the United States owned Greenland and Iceland, it could control North Atlantic trade and weaken European influence. He even predicted that if the United States held Greenland, Canada would eventually and naturally join the United States as well. Part 6. Past efforts to acquire Greenland. The United States has actually tried to get Greenland several times before. In 1910, President Taft discussed trading the Philippines for it. During World War II, when Nazi Germany invaded Denmark, the United States occupied Greenland for strategic reasons. After the war in 1946, President Truman offered $100 million in gold and Alaskan oil fields to buy it, but Denmark declined. Since then, the United States changed its global strategy to focus on cooperation with allies, rather than acquiring more land until now. Part 7. Trump's ambition and modern challenges. Now, President Trump has brought back the idea of manifest destiny. His reasons are similar to Seward's strategic location and natural resources. However, today we have new factors like climate change, opening Arctic routes, and the need to keep China's influence in check. While the value of Greenland is estimated to be between $12.5 billion and over $1 trillion, Denmark remains firm that it's not for sale. Most people in Greenland also prefer their independence. If the United States were to force this issue, it could seriously damage its alliances and might even set a precedent that countries like Russia or China could use to justify their own territorial ambitions.